Okay, have a question here about how the face rotates and how the wrist set as these players move away from the ball. So it was a good question. Not really a stock answer, but I'll use one of the tour players here that in the system just to show an example. Fairly basic takeaway backswing movement, so we can use this as a common example, I would say, but not everybody's going to do it. I've got a few lines drawn here. I've got the wrist set angle. I've got a face angle line drawn, and I've got this shaft extension line that's going to show how much. I wanted to show that how much the shaft is actually affecting the look of the face opening or closing on the takeaway, or closing really. So let's go ahead and take this back. At address, this player sets up with the face a little closed, but you can see as he takes the club away, interestingly enough, it actually closes more. Now, because you can see the shaft actually kick a little bit as he's moving the handle. Now, he could be moving the top of the club in a way that would cause this face to twist open, but because of the shaft kick, the actual look of the face and what the face is doing is closing a little bit. But what you're going to see normally is a gradual, just a really gradual rotation of the club face away from the ball. It's pretty quiet till about hands in front of the right thigh, and then you're going to see some more rapid opening. You can see the face gets to zero about right here, and then starts, when it gets in front of the hands in front of this right thigh, you start to see it open up more. And by the time he gets to about waist high with the club shaft, he's rotated the face open about 61 degrees. So it basically matches his spine angle. And you've got some players who will rotate it more than that, but it's a good rule of thumb. So you don't rotate it open too much, because if you go too open, going back, it can cause a lot of issues in the downswing. So this would be just a basic kind of stock looking takeaway. As far as a wrist set goes, he starts at 140. Actually loses a little with the way that he's moving his wrists and arms, but by the time he gets to level to the ground again, he's still at 140. He hasn't changed this a whole lot. So he's rotated his forearms, but he hasn't added a lot of wrist set, you would say, or this cocking or a radial deviation of the wrist. And then from there, you're going to see more rapid wrist cock. And at the top, he has 86 degrees. So, like I said, that's not everybody, but that's just a pretty basic example, or it would be a common example. You know, the classic, although there's really no such thing as a one-piece takeaway, but the classic one-piece takeaway without a lot of additional wrist set early, and then more wrist set as he goes back. I like to have my players just feel a gradual wrist set. I feel like if you try to chunk it up too much and feel like there's not much going on early, then a lot late, it causes some sequencing issues. So just a gradual kind of setting of the wrist, so that by the time you get to the top here, you don't add a whole lot late. It's just gradually reaching the top of the swing, and I think that gives you the best chance to make a good transition move. So anyway, I hope that helps. Sometimes just seeing these graphics is helpful just for your own swing, but I think the takeaway here is try to avoid rolling the face open too much here, and have that line angled so it basically matches your spine. You could be a little more straight up, but this, especially for slicers, this would be a good spot right here. So hope that helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions about this, and keep the questions coming, and what videos you guys want to see, because this channel's for you guys to help you learn more about the swing. And leave it in the comments below, and I'll shoot any video you'd like to see. Thanks.